4.5 billion years since its creation, planet Earth continues to inspire and delight with each new mystery that unravels. Victoria Falls is found in southern Africa. Copious amounts of water continuously plummet into a deep basin. The sheer volume of spray creates rainbows. The rainbows enchant this professional photographer. This extraordinary phenomenon is fascinating to everyone else as well. A series of gorges zigzags below the falls. This episode reveals the awesome beauty of Victoria Falls and tells the story behind its birth. This is southern Africa. Victoria Falls lies at the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe. The crew heads toward Victoria Falls by boat. The waterfall is just down the river. The 2,750-kilometer-long Zambezi River runs through 6 countries before emptying into the Indian Ocean. It's the 4th longest river in Africa. These are wild hippos. This is a family of African elephants. The abundant water of the Zambezi River nurtures all kinds of wildlife.
Now that is a mighty Victoria Fall.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
You will not get that anywhere else in the world.
In the distance, a thick white cloud comes into view, looking almost like the smoke from a wildfire.
Basically, what you see there is a spray from the falls, which is created when the water plummets into the abyss and hits the ground 108 meters down, and then it is forced back up into the sky, 800 to a kilometer up into the sky. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
This smoke is in fact water. It's the spray that rises from the base of the waterfall. The river is dotted with several islands. The crew lands on one of them and will walk toward the falls. This is the main falls, situated in the middle of Victoria Falls.
So where we are now, this is the main falls. This is the main falls here. Yeah. And there we have it. Yeah.
This is Victoria Falls.
They call the Victoria Falls Mosi-oa-Tunya. Yeah, or Zintutu Zatula, which means the smoke that thunders. And you can hear why they say that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're 5 kilometers away and you'd only see the smoke going up in the air, you'd still hear it thundering. And it's a very appropriate name, I think.
The volume of water is so much that it creates a rumbling roar. In the peak season, more than 8 million liters per second cascade down the rocky cliffs. It's an amount that boggles the mind. The highest point of the falls is 108 meters. Victoria Falls is rivaled only by Iguazu Falls in South America and Niagara Falls in North America. An aerial view of Victoria Falls is equally impressive. The spray is now visible. Even from the sky, the spray is clearly massive. Here's a panoramic view of the 1,708-meter wide Victoria Falls. The Zambezi River, which for a considerable distance flows across a flat plateau, suddenly plunges into a giant basin. From the national park on the opposite bank, one can get a close look at the waterfall. This is a popular place where one can see a panoramic view of the waterfall's east side. August is the month when the water is scarce.
Yeah, すごいすごい。 いやー、大きい。
Due to relatively low water, much of the cliff face is exposed in this time of year. It's a massive crack in the earth. The sides are covered with basalt. The basalt formed when magma, which erupted 150 million years ago, cooled and solidified. Victoria Falls was formed on this basalt plateau, the result of ancient volcanic activity.
滝の水が下に落ちて、その水蒸気がここまで舞い上がって、すごいですね。今気温30度ぐらいなんですけど、すごい冷たくて気持ちいい感じで。
The water plunges 100 meters and hits the base. This generates a huge amount of spray that shoots into the sky. Here, sunlight reflects off the spray, producing a glittering effect. The cloud of misty spray glistens like diamonds in the sun. It looks like it's pouring. But the sun is out. As the spray rises, the droplets condense and then fall like rain. This spray is one of the highlights of Victoria Falls. Here are some tourists from the United States.
The kids are really enjoying the rain coming and getting a sweat, or I guess the spray. I wish that maybe it wasn't here so we could get better pictures.
I think it's pretty cool, and it's apparently one of the most 7 beautiful places in the world. And I think it's really fun because you get really wet.
The amount of spray is truly overwhelming. But why does it rise so high? To find out why, the crew heads to the base of the waterfall. They're now almost right underneath the falls. The large rocks and spray make the climb slow and difficult. The wind blows at 20 meters per second, almost like a typhoon. The source of the fierce wind is the waterfall itself. The water mixes with the surrounding air as it plunges at 150 kilometers per hour. As a result, a downdraft develops. This is why there is a constant, strong wind at the base. The wind that hits the cliff face on the opposite bank turns into a powerful updraft that drives spray high into the air. The combination of the enormous amounts of water from the Zambezi River and the unique geological features of the falls is what produces these enormous clouds of spray. How was this unusual landform created? The key to the mystery is the series of zigzagging gorges below the present falls. At the top of the screen is the upper stream of Victoria Falls. There are 7 cracks that lie downstream from the falls. These cracks are believed to mark the positions of former falls. How were these 7 cracks formed? Long ago, Africa was part of a gigantic landmass. Then, 150 million years ago, huge amounts of lava explosively erupted from the earth. The lava formed a large basalt plateau. As the plateau cooled and solidified, it contracted, creating countless cracks within the rock. Over time, the giant cracks became filled with sediment. Then, 5 million years ago, a river cut its way across the plateau. The river gradually eroded the soft deposits, resulting in the formation of a waterfall. This was the very first site of Victoria Falls. It's thought to have been formed 200,000 years ago. This geological process continued. The falls have been receding upstream along the cracks ever since. This is how the zigzag gorges were formed. The present waterfall is the 8th gorge. Great mountains of lava created a basalt plateau, and water continuously carved a path through it. The natural history of Victoria Falls is filled with extraordinary stories. A world-renowned photographer has been taking photos of Victoria Falls for 25 years.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good, good.
Welcome to Zimbabwe.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. This is your second?
This is Tom Varley.
Yeah. And how was your flight?
Good.
Okay, and this is my office.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Vic Falls is easy, obviously, you know. It's always pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom first won international recognition for his images of rainbows.
A lot of people are obviously, you know, their breath gets taken away when they stand in front of the falls for the first time, because it's very, very hard to describe to someone unless you've actually been there yourself.
Tom says people can see many variations of rainbows at Victoria Falls. Rainbows are caused by both the reflection and refraction of sunlight in the vast clouds of rising spray. Tom says a rare type of rainbow can be seen here. He takes the crew to a particular spot. It's a place called Cataract Island. It's situated upstream from the falls. Tom says that late in the afternoon on a sunny day, a special rainbow can be seen from this spot.
Okay, well, the lovely thing about this time of the day, as the sun gets low, the rainbow rises up and we get sort of a halo effect basically with the rainbow. It's actually a 270-degree rainbow, which starts, you know, 200-300 meters down, goes right around the top, and every now and then when the spray rises, you'll see it forms, you know, and actually comes right down to the left here. I'll take this down, and then if you can just hand these down to me. Okay.
He starts walking toward the spot where there's a perfect view of the special rainbow.
There's no danger for you. No, it's very easy here.
A panoramic view of the rainbow can be gotten from the side of the cliff. These images captured by Tom show a semicircular rainbow gradually rising. As the sun sets, the rainbow slowly moves up. Four hours later, an incredible, almost full-circle rainbow appears. This is a rare sight that can only be seen when there's enough spray.
How was it? Magic.
The sunlight of Africa weaves its way through the spray of Victoria Falls to become a wonder of beauty. The spectacle continues even after It's 6 p.m. Tom returns to Cataract Island. he sets up an ultra-sensitive camera that can capture images in low light. There's a rainbow that only appears at night.
A few very special places, you know, which no one in the world ever gets to. Victoria Falls.
The phenomenon occurs only on the night of a full moon. Five hours later, a moonbow appears under the light of the moon. The dim moonlight illuminates the spray, creating a magical vision. Once again, Tom has succeeded in capturing incredible images.
It's the same with the spray basically now as well. It's a lot more organized than it is during the day because there's a lot less wind and all that sort of stuff. So the rainbows are actually they're more accentuated at nighttime just because it seems to have more spray, you know, to go through. Yeah.
Victoria Falls is a place that offers an abundance of wonderful natural phenomena. Water and light play their specific roles, presenting a grand natural spectacle on the majestic stage of the waterfall's basin. This is Africa's mighty Victoria Falls. Here, light and water intertwine, allowing colorful stories to unfold.